Let's make a food truck, she says. It'd be fun. That was dumb. That was dumb. Every tool's a hammer. Unless it's a screwdriver, then it's a chisel.
We need a torch. Hate that nut.
We're not doing that. Because it ain't built till it's overbuilt. Don't force it. Get a bigger hammer. Every day's a school day. If you landed here because you're interested in building a food trailer or fixing up an old camper, you probably ought to go back to the beginning and watch the 4 previous episodes that were about dragging this thing out of the woods and getting it torn apart and fixed back to where it is now. We're about ready to pull the wiring. I think we've figured out our floor plan, so we're going to get the wiring done, and then I'm pretty sure the side can go back on. That'll be good. Well, we're picking our way through the electrical. We got the outlet boxes in. This one will be just a dead end junction box for now, but we got a few new outlet boxes in. We still got to pull an old wire out of here. I don't trust the old wires, so we're pulling in all new 12-2 wire just to make sure everything can run at 20 amps if it needs to. We're not 100% sure what's going to be plugged in where yet. So we got just this to pull a new wire in for, and I'm dropping all the wires down here. I decided I would just build a little chase to bring the wires down to the panel box that'll be mounted here. Just because if things need to change, we need to add something in the future, it makes it easier. Let's just hope we don't need to worry about that. But I got all the lights in. I use these, I bought these little fairly cheap LED lights. They're like 4 different colors and 20 different brightnesses. And they're pretty slick. I tried one on a car battery before I put them in. And then this light, I don't have the bulbs yet, but we decided we'd reuse the old retro camper fixture. And I converted it to 12 volt though, and you can buy, just screw in normal looking light bulbs that are 12 volt LED. So I've ordered them. They're not here yet, but that'll light up that. But I just got these all wired. Is that, oh boy, yeah. So that's pretty bright. I would say that's got to be enough light. A little dark over here, obviously, but once this thing's on, the bulbs I ordered are supposed to be equivalent to 100 watt of the old numbers old people like me go by. It's 200 watt bulbs. They're like 4 milliamplificators now with LED. I don't know. Anyways, that should be plenty of light. I think it's good. These are all set to, they have different colors. See? But my wife likes old-fashioned looking color bulbs, warm colors. So the ones I ordered for this are warm bulbs. So that's, we can check that off the list. 12 volt wiring's not done, but we're getting there. We got most of the wires pulled. The flooring is supposed to be here today. I ordered new stick down black and white checker flooring. That's what the wife wanted. So with any luck, that'll show up here on a truck at some point, and I can get that down today maybe. All right, let's keep moving. My wife is such a worrier. I just tell her that's the no-go step, okay? Second from the top. You don't ever step on this one unless you really have to. But there's tape, electrical tape, and then this block holds the step up. I mean, it's mortised in, right? Both sides. I don't know why she worries so much about me down here. All right, there's the roof. You can see we got all the wires New wires run, pulled 12-2 everywhere, so we can go full 20 amp circuits. All the red and black is 12 volt wires. All the lighting is 12 volt, and the exhaust fans are going to be 12 volt. Oh, and that's a new opening back there for a second exhaust fan. This is the old one here, but you can see it's got the new rafters sistered alongside of the old ones, and that they have, well, if I get down here, they're crowned up in the center. Center's probably an inch higher than the edges. You know, they start out at nothing and they taper up so that the roof has a little bit of a slope to it. I just finished vacuuming all the shavings from drilling all the holes and all that stuff. I got this old 1-inch foam board. We're gonna cut it into strips, put them in all these bays, and then we're ready to put the plywood on the roof in preparation for the new rubber roofing. And there it is, all done. I got this tin, I cut it off. It's way long. I'm not sure exactly where I'll cut it, but back here somewhere it'll get a final trim. And then the rubber will lap over it a little, and then that edge goes along there that holds all of it down. But yeah, that's 1/4-inch plywood is on and stapled a lot. And if you get down here, you can see there's I don't know if it shows well in the video or not, but there's a pretty good crown to that roof, you know. It leaves those 2 vents nice and high and dry. So even if the thing is parked perfectly level, it'll always shed water. So that's done. The wiring's done. The plywood's on the roof, and it's ready for rubber roofing whenever everything else is ready. Probably do that last, at least this way. If it does need to go outside, I can put a tarp over it and it won't have all those low spots to hold water, you know. It'll shed water good even with just a tarp on it, as long as it's snug. Good news. Pony Express finally showed up with my floor tiles, so I'm gonna get the heat cranking and get everything warmed up and get this flooring put down, I guess. Okay, this is where a normal YouTube channel would probably give you a bunch of good advice with smart words and things that are handy and useful. I think we all know you're not going to get much of that here. So I got 12 by 12 tiles I'm going to be putting down. What I did is I snapped a line down the center-ish, and I made sure I measured from the same wall on both ends, so if it's not the center, it's not crooked. That line's parallel to this wall, let's say, put it that way. And my wife, she wants the tiles, instead of being the straight way, she wants them like a diamond instead of whatever. So I guess what I'll do is I'll start down the center, laying full tiles that way, and then I'll fill in the ends later. And I think what I'll do is, because I should be able to lay a tile with both points on the chalk line, and it should be pretty close, but I think once I do 2 of them, I probably had better put in the adjacent ones to make sure I'm running nice and square and the seams are all nice and tight. Nice thing about this job, the whole front will be, yay much of the front will be a cabinet that holds them down and hides the cut edge. So that's good. There'll be a lot of stuff sitting on it. Over in here, there'll be I think the sink with a cabinet under it. That'll cover a lot of that. You got to cover that wheel well anyways. Over here, another cabinet of some sort. Down there, stove. So it's going to be stuff that does two things. Holds them down, because I didn't buy the most expensive sticky down tiles you can find. So having these cabinets that are here and that are screwed right down through is going to help keep everything from moving around. And it also is going to hide most of the edges that I have to cut. So that's good for a guy that doesn't know what he's doing. Well, there's the almost finished product. I got a couple little pieces I'm missing. I ran out of tiles. Apparently one bundle got stuck on a Pony Express horse that come up lame. Because it ain't here yet. Gonna be a couple more days. But I got enough done that I can start laying out some cabinetry, at least maybe trying to get a plan together. It looks pretty cool, I think. It's still dirty, I didn't clean it, I just picked up the pieces, but you can definitely get the feel for what she's gonna look like, you know? All right, and now it's time to start thinking about what cabinets are going where and how big and what and then this whatever, and then, you know, also how to build cabinets. Okay, we'll figure it out. You know what? I got a beautiful sunny day. I decided we're gonna latch onto this thing and pull it outside and put the tin back on the one side, because it's pretty hard to work in the shop. There's really no room at all. It's a beautiful day. Let's drag it out here and make it look like a camper again, or a food truck, or whatever it is supposed to look like. It's let's do that. There, all tucked back away. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing here was, this is just to mock up the cabinets and countertops that I'm going to build. They aren't going to be real cabinets. It's going to be just a frame with wire shelves. My wife says she doesn't want doors because there'll inevitably be something that she's searching for. She can't find it, whatever. So we're just going to do wire shelves, no doors, just a wooden frame that'll just be painted white to match the walls. And some sort of a countertop. I'm not sure what yet, if it'll be metal or just regular household, countertop. We decided we are going to use that old sink, which came with the camper, because you have to have 3 basins for your sanitizing dishes and washing them for the Department of Health, but it doesn't have to all be sink basins. So what we can do is we have 1 basin in the sink. We can just use 2 like plastic, portable dishwash basins, and they can just sit on here. Like, they already approved that, so we're gonna just use that since we got it. And it's kind of cool looking. It looks, I don't think it actually came out of this camper in hindsight. I couldn't find a place where it fit, but it looks pretty neat, and we're gonna keep it. So there'll be a little bit of countertop right in here, and that should give me room underneath for my freshwater and my gray water tanks, my hot water heater, and my water pump, I think. This will be a wall right here, just like it is. It's just kind of wedged in there to mock it up. Had to kind of rig all this up so my wife could picture what it was gonna be like, you know. And then around the corner there will be a counter, you know, right next to here, and then in the back will be the stove and a freezer, and then that's mocked up back there, that's going away. We're not doing that. I got days worth of scrubbing on windows yet to do. I gotta get all that crap ready. I want to get the windows in so that everything except for the roof and the serving window will be waterproof at that point. And then I'm gonna bring it outside again on the next warm day, and I'm gonna scrub that thing. We're gonna polish the turd, and we're gonna see if we can make it look like something. But I'm gonna keep you waiting for that. Make sure you've clicked subscribe. Make sure you click the bell. Make sure you tell your friends. They should be doing the same. I appreciate your time. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.